Hello, welcome back. Today's video is gonna be a little bit of an ASMR moment because it's pretty late and I'm actually filming this after work, which is pretty topical for today's video because I wanted to talk a bit about carving out time for myself outside of my 9 to 5. So, with that, let's get started. Since I realistically can't film YouTube videos every week, instead I try to do a little bit of sketching or doodling. I love to collect art references, so I use the weekly time to experiment or try out new techniques and styles that I find. Many times I'm not 100% satisfied with what I make, but I'm just happy that I made it. And I'm happy that I made time for myself. Before I started this weekly practice, I didn't really respect my personal time outside of my working hours. It was really starting to take a toll on me. I was constantly stressed out and I was really close to burning out. After talking to my friends, my partner, and my supervisor, I realized that I had to realign my priorities. I had to force myself to stop OTing and to value my 5 to 9. Self care after work had to become a priority for me, and my weekly doodle sessions was one form of that self care. I learned that the way I utilize my time after work can either set me up for success or failure the next day. And because of that, I try my best to use my time meaningfully and mindfully. So, there are a few ways that I like to spend my time after work. The first way I spend my time after work is meeting up with my friends or my partner. Now that my friends and I are all working adults, it's undeniably really difficult to meet as often as we used to. I mean, we used to see each other every day. And I'm a really sentimental person. So graduating and moving on from that uni life was pretty scary for me because I knew that this routine that I had become so comfortable with was gonna be a thing of the past. Thankfully, my friends and I make an effort to meet every week or every 2 weeks, and we just catch up over dinner. It's a really nice time to just come together and complain about work and just let off some steam. The same goes with my partner. Having these people around me really keep me alive. Not to be dramatic, but they really liven up my life. I'm This may come as a surprise to many, but I'm an introvert and I do really like my personal time and space. But dang, I really like hanging out with these people. The next way I try to use my time meaningfully and mindfully is exercising. I have tried to have a workout schedule for myself for the longest time, and I just don't have the mental power or energy to keep to it, unfortunately. So I just run instead. I used to hate running, but I realized it's actually really easy to run. I just tell myself I'll run for 30 minutes, no thoughts, just pure dissociation. But I found it to be a really good time for me to just unwind and turn off my brain. A big part of my job requires me to keep tabs on like 100 things at the same time, and I rarely get a chance to just turn off my brain. So, those 30 minutes of solitude is really helpful for my mental well being. It somehow re energizes my mind and gives it a moment of just nothing. Gives it a moment of nothing. So, yeah, as someone who used to hate running, it's kind of growing on me now. Yeah. So, the third way I use my time after work is to draw. Sometimes I just draw by myself, but my friend and I try to call every week and do a bit of drawing practice together. He's like my accountability buddy, and I have a lot of fun during our weekly drawing sessions. Sometimes we would pick a theme and we'd both draw to it, and other times I use the session to experiment different concepts for future videos. The part that I really like about our weekly drawing sessions is how safe the space feels. We would share our drawings at the end of the session and often give constructive feedback to each other. And it would always make me feel really fulfilled, despite my drawings being a little half baked sometimes. A lot of times I'm so scared that I'm losing my skills as an artist, but this practice makes me feel like I'm still learning and growing, and that makes me feel really happy. So, with all this in play, lately I've been feeling like I'm getting back into a groove. I feel less burnt out despite still having a lot of tasks that I'm behind on. I realized that when I carve out time for myself outside of work, I actually show up to work more motivated and energized. I think a key reason why I was feeling so burnt out and stressed before was because I was putting a lot of pressure on myself to get things done right. And I felt like so many people were relying on me and I didn't want to let them down. But now I know that it's okay to struggle and it's important to reach out to people when you need help. Something I've learned over time is that things are a lot easier to accomplish when I'm not putting so much pressure on myself to be perfect. And today, even though my art isn't exactly what I had hoped it would be, I'm just happy that I did it. And that's enough. I'm glad that I took the time to do this drawing and film a video today. If you're struggling through your days, I hope this serves as a reminder that your time is important. Even 5 minutes can make a difference. And you don't need to earn that time. You deserve it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye!